But it was funny,
honestly,
and I'm legitimately
I'd
proud
watch it.
of some of the segments we made. What?
Nice.
I was saying I'd watch that. That sounds
Right?
yeah. I mean, especially like I love the Daily Show. Y'all hear Jon Stewart's coming back to the Daily Show?
I'm honestly so excited
nice.
about that. That's
No,
like,
but it's only gonna be on Mondays.
well, I'm honestly kind of, I think, more okay with that. Like, did you see any of his The Problem show that he had on Apple TV?
I didn't.
You probably have seen clips, because like there's clips that went super viral of him like taking on certain politicians about the whole thing with like drag queens, and then about like
I saw that one. That was a good one.
So that's from that show that he had. But that was like done on a weekly basis, which would give him the time to be able to do like more in-depth stuff, and be able to like fly to a city where they have a senator in from the opposing side trying to, because he did a whole trans episode that like he talked to a senator who was like trying to restrict access for gender affirming care, and like he went and talked with that senator, and like that interview is incredible. So I would love for him to be able to still do that type of stuff, and I think like maybe once a week kind of allows more for that.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like Rachel Maddow, when she came back to once, because she only does hers on Monday too, and hers is great. I mean, it gives her time to do things like oh gosh, what's her podcast that she does is awesome.
Oh, cool. I haven't watched her in forever, but
yeah, she's back on MSNBC
cool,
every Monday.
But like her stuff was always like sometimes you'd be in the mood for it, but sometimes I'm like, I don't need a history lesson about the Byzantine Empire before I heard what goes on today. Like,
yeah, but that's awesome. I'm so excited. And also like like with everything, obviously, as you know, this stuff is super editable. So anything that like is just like
anytime I look like shit, just edit it out. No, I'm kidding. Well, no, I mean preferably, but I feel like it kind of looks like I have a sideburn right now. The way that this is down, it kind of looks like a sideburn. I don't know.
I think you all look beautiful. So,
stop it, Danny.
You lying.
hey everybody, welcome back to Girl Dad Girls. It's your host, that QT Danny B. We have with us Bree St. Marie, Michaelaville, and Alana Bahama. Alana, please welcome to the show first off, and
thank you.
Tell us about yourself, if you would.
Okay, well, I am Alana Bahama. And I don't know what to really say. I'm not that fascinating, I don't think.
You're super fascinating. You're awesome. You do so much stuff.
Oh, keep going. I'm kidding.
I've
been transitioning for, at this point, like 5.5-ish years. I don't know. It's like, because I feel so many people will like message me or whatever as if I'm like the OG, but like Mika is like OG to me, which is really weird.
Mm-hmm. OG, original gangster.
Right. What
original
else
girl.
That term means? Oh yeah, that too.
Original girl. Well, so okay.
Wait, so when you say transitioning, you mean transgender?
Wait, did we not establish that I'm cis, but I pretend to be trans, so I have to have a transition story? That's part of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's part of the fabrication.
Yeah, I hear that's like the big thing that gets you to trend on TikTok.
You're catfishing the whole internet.
Everybody's just like, oh, I can't wait to see her penis, and then it's like, just kidding.
Jokes on y'all.
She's got a kitty cat.
Okay, so we haven't really had people.
I am trans.
Oh, like for real?
Yeah, for real.
For real.
Just
I need a soundbite that says another one.
Sorry to disappoint.
Womp womp.
So one thing that I've never actually asked people who've been transitioning for as long as y'all have, because Bree and I are we're pretty much maybe a year and a half in, a little bit over, and so at year 5+, do you notice that like are the milestones as do you celebrate them as much as like with us? It's like okay, so a year.
No, I would say the milestones like kind of now work their way backwards in a bad way. Like it's like because I hit the point where I was like, all right, I'm liking the way I look. I'm feeling this. I feel a lot of gender euphoria, as they say. But now it's like every 6 months, I'm like, shit, I'm looking a little older. Oh fuck, a little older. So it's like going backward in that. So yeah, I don't like these milestones.
What when does
shit.
that
Is this menopause?
wait, what would you say? Like what's like
more
sort of
more estrogen? Quick on the IV
Getting
estrogen.
older as a trans woman is scary. I'm so afraid that one day I'm going to be like living in a nursing home and the nurse is going to come in to change my diaper, thinking I'm a woman, and then, oh shit, there's a man dick underneath this diaper.
because that's definitely not because nurses are definitely not used
I would
to
hope something
that's my biggest
is
fear.
in your.
Okay, we're here, Mrs. Garcia. We're going to change
your.
Oh my god!
Your file. Yeah.
What is the like? What would you say?
Mine's if I get like mine's if I get like dementia and then like I don't remember. Like,
yeah.
I'm not.
Imagine.
Hang on, what is that?
You know they have like the whiteboard in the room
every...
for patients. It's gonna say
right.
warning, has dick.
Like every day it'll be like the Notebook, but like bringing me back to like how I'm like, oh wait, this is me.
Or Memento, you're just covered in tattoos.
Tattoo yourself. Remember, you're trans.
Oh. Well, okay. So you said it started regressing. Because I know right now I'm still in that like
I don't mean like looking like more masculine. Hopefully not. I don't know, but I just mean like aging. That part sucks. Nobody wants to age.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I guess like right now, I'm still in that like, you know, rose tinted glasses. Like everything is great. I'm so excited. 37-year-old me is jealous of 38-year-old me because 38-year-old me is more me than 37-year-old me was. But I feel like there's going to become a time when I'm like, okay, that was my point. When I like, I guess it's almost like this question that we always ask, like, is there a finishing point for transitioning?
Oh, I mean, probably most people. I feel like the typical answer is there's never an end point, but like
you're always transitioning.
But yeah, but I would say just like when you've gotten to the place where ideally your dysphoria is not what interrupts your day-to-day life, probably, and probably looks like a very different way to get there for many people. But I would say that's probably the ledge you are trying to get over ultimately.
Yeah,
at least for me, I think.
Totally. Yeah, when it doesn't take up your entire when your transition is not your primary concern.
Yeah, and if like there's things that you're still uncomfortable with about yourself, then it's like, you know, like change it, you know?
Isn't that kind of crummy? It's like we transition, so we fix the things that we're uncomfortable with, but once we're done with those, it's like, well, now I don't like how everything is aging.
Yeah, that part sucks. Yeah, but that'll always suck. I don't know. Just gotta make sure I figure out whoever did Kate Beckinsale's, you know, keeping her looking freaking gorgeous at like 55 or whatever. I need to just make sure I'm in touch with her facelift surgeon.
Well, okay. So hang on. I'm gonna do a poll here of everybody who's is in here and everybody's watching. Who would rather be a 50-year-old man or a 50-year-old woman? Because I'd rather be a 50-year-old woman, personally.
Well, yes,
I mean,
for sure. That goes without question.
Duh.
Mika did not raise her hand, so I don't know where she's.
I would go man. It seems so much easier being an old man. Plus, guys in their 50s are hot. They're like suave, and they got the salt and pepper hair, and they just got to get out of bed and just look sexy.
Well,
I think that's cool.
There is much more, I think, because there's much more scrutiny on women's looks than guys' looks. There's a lot more leeway with what can be infringing upon, you know, a woman's looks versus a guy's looks in terms of how society sees it. Because a lot of times, like masculinity can be something that is seen in women through aging, even, you know, because like you get more refined facial features, you lose some of that facial fat, And so like when people see women masculinizing in any way, that to them that can make them, you know, seemingly uglier by society standards. That, you know, I don't agree with that. But then like a guy getting like more, they call it rugged as he ages. Like that's because he's a lot of times getting more masculine looking in certain regards. So it doesn't age them the way that it would potentially be seen to age.
Yeah.
No, they just get to roll with it, and then you know, like it's constant maintenance for women.
It's gonna be a lot harder for us.
Yeah. Well, but big butt here. I have a big butt. I have a tiny butt. I don't know what I said that.
My favorite kind.
Anyways, but that's how people see you. But how you feel about yourself? Because like I have never felt better about myself.
I haven't either. Well, I'll say a year ago I peaked. And then it's been.
What do you mean? What was like? What was your feeling like when you were there? Like, what was the?
I just more mean like probably physically. I like just how I looked a year ago more than I like how I look now. But that's probably more just again going back to like some things like aging and shit like that.
Oh. How old are you?
Like obviously like 23. No.
Duh.
I've been 25 for the longest time.
How do you think I am, Mika?
Like 61.
Close.
No, I don't know. I'd say 28.
God damn it! Well, I'm 27. See what you? No, I'm 37.
Oh, you're
really? 37.
Right. Damn.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, okay, nice. Wow. Well, you look
Goodness.
fantastic.
Well, thank you. As do y'all. Honestly, like
everybody's lying in here.
No, like
now, do you do the semen treatment where you rub it on your face as moisturizer?
Like nip tuck.
Yeah.
That was like a storyline in there.
Oh
where
my
the
god.
Wife like realized her secret ingredient in the moisturizer was semen, and like I think she like was trying. The plot was like, how do I get this past the FDA? You know.
I missed that show. You didn't bring it back for
that show jumped the shark, and then just like they're like, fuck it, keep
every
jumping.
Every time I think I have an amazing idea, it's like Simpsons did it. Like it's always been done.
Oh, Simpsons has done and predicted almost everything. So.
Oh yeah.
By the way, that was a South Park reference, in case nobody knew.
But yeah.
South Park said the Simpsons reference to Simpsons.
Yeah.
Simpsons did it.
Sorry, I think like crapped out and got behind you.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
Can you normally again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody good?
Yep.
Well, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It's. I don't know. I feel like it's. I don't know. I've been very happy about the way that I've been aging in terms of like just feeling the skin softening and everything. And
yeah, that's great. That's good.
I know that it has to end, and I know that I'm probably coming to that point of and doing stupid celebration things like this. This is I don't know for those watching who are going to judge me because they're like, Danny, your skin's not going to heal as quickly if you do that. This is a celebration one because I got a job today.
Congratulations.
Is that a vape?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a vape pen, Danny?
No, it's a little it's a vape cartridge thing. But
cool.
I was sitting alone by myself and editing. I was editing a podcast that needed to go out today, and so I was like, you know what, I need a celebration thing. So, nice, because I got a job in New York. So this is only. Thanks so much. Yeah, it's going to be in Manhattan.
So you're gonna fly us all out there to visit you, right?
Yes.
So, where do you currently live?
So currently, I live right about here.
Oh, dang!
In Charlottesville, Virginia.
So that's quite a bit of a change, then, right?
It's going to be. So I did a little. New York has this cool map where you can select each like individual neighborhood, and it shows like each. They
have a toggle for like Virginia.
No, they have it. So they have the population per like.
Yeah.
It's based off how much is in each little neighborhood, and they like you select it, and you can select multiple ones, and it shows you population for each one. And I selected like 3 of them, and it had the population of Charlottesville. in these three little, like this small little section of like Bed-Stuy inside of Brooklyn,
Or
inside of New York.
boroughs, as they call them.
Yeah, well, but like it was this tiny, like it was essentially like 3 neighborhoods had the entire population of my entire town.
Crazy.
And I was just like, yeah, I'm excited for it though, because it's like this everywhere around here, everybody here treats me like a pretty dude because I sound like this. And
I find that surprising, honestly. I don't.
You sound nothing like that, by the way.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah,
you
not
had
even
to drop your voice for that, and so you obviously don't sound like that. So bad example.
No,
Bad
I use it as a it just doesn't make any sense. And this is one of the things that I did want to like bring up though is something that that I know we have a lot of people who are in tiny towns, and they set these like unrealistic
people watch us.
We have like 3 people
occasionally.
Do you put out the video or is it just audio?
We put it on the internet.
Oh my gosh! Well,
it's
hi,
on
anyone watching?
But like one of something that I wanted
Welcome
to like
to your show, Mika.
Podcasts were just audio, but all right. Video it is.
One thing that I did want to bring up is I've had a bunch of people who've hit me up from small towns, like, okay, I'm in a small town too.
I mean, I'm in a small town.
So what?
I said I'm in a small town as well.
Well, how small is your town?
My tattoo
population
I don't have a tattoo there to show you, but it's I don't know. It's small though.
We're
I'm not trying to
46,000 with students.
Okay, maybe you win. I got no idea. I don't know my town by the thousands, but it's small. It's rural.
Damn it. 9,741 people.
Oh, that's tiny.
Is that where I live?
Yes.
Oh yes, that's you. Oh. Goodness, I was forced to listen to that. It's a small town song, or that country song. That country song that was like popular a few months ago because it was like kind of racist or something about like we don't tolerate. Around here in a small town or some shit. I don't know.
Like that.
Yeah, I think that's who it was. Yeah.
Don't let the sun set on your ass here.
Yeah. But yeah, so one of the things that I mentioned this to Mika earlier. That
I live in a big town, by the way. No one asked me. There's probably like 8 million people here. Almost all of them are Mexicans.
That tracks.
You know, LA actually is not. I think LA is only like 3 million.
Oh, for real?
So yeah, it's like New York.
Thanks for giving away my location,
Danny. Seems like it would have. Yeah, she overdid that intentionally.
12
million
bonus
12 million,
almost 13.
But so
see, I was right.
All
okay, that tracks much more than 3 million, or whoever said that.
So one of the things that I've done as a trans woman in a small town is I convinced myself that there was a chance that people in this small town would accept a trans person if they found me attractive, and that they would start treating me differently if they found me attractive. And so what I was telling like Brie and Mika earlier in our text chat was I need to keep working out and to keep improving myself, keep improving, because no one has treated me differently. They're treating me the same way. So that means that I've not achieved.
Okay. So first of all, that shouldn't really be a metric. But secondly,
absolutely.
No, I know. I'm just just have to put the asterisk there legally. No, I'm kidding. But like, what? Have you noted these people before you transition? Because that's a giant part of that.
Oh, I think it cut out.
Fuck.
Oh,
there we go.
1 second.
Sorry, can you hear me again?
You're back. Yep, you're back.
Sorry, I was asking. Did you know these people prior to transitioning? Because that's a giant factor in that.
Yeah, totally.
And I keep telling you that.
Well,
they'll never. Like, sadly, a lot of people that knew you before will probably never see you. But if you go meet new people, then they'll all see you. that way. So
absolutely. Well, and that's one thing that took me. It took me months to realize is that like I thought people were going to treat me differently if I did put the work into it. And so there are like, and I know there are people out there who are they're gonna think that same thing, and hopefully they hear this and they're like, look, it doesn't change. Like
in my experience, it doesn't change for the people that knew you before, and even those same reasons I've like the same mindset I've clung to hopelessly, even like when it comes to like family and friends that were obviously in my life prior that haven't really been as much. I kind of had this notion of like, if I get pretty enough, if I pass well enough, like, they will maybe start loving me again. But that doesn't have any indication on that. Just if people know you're trans and have an issue with you being trans, they'll always have an issue. If they knew you previously as one gender and potentially they have an issue with, they'll never even, like, even if in their head, if they have to retroactively be telling themselves at every point to override their instinctual way of seeing you, they will keep doing that.
Well, why do you think it's so hard for some family members and friends to accept someone for their new gender? It's just a gender. It's not a big deal. It's not like you were a murderer and you're trying to have everyone accept you, right? You're still the same person, more or less.
It's because you're challenging their norm.
Yeah. Like
so frustrating.
People get, I think, really comfortable in whatever bubble that they were raised up in, and anything that deviates from what they were told is the norm at any point. They view not with just like curiosity because it's different, but like with harsh suspicion, and I think that's am I fucking cutting out again?
it's cutting out a little bit.
God,
it's coming and going. It's fine.
I mean, I don't want to make your podcast be like fucked up because it's like, I don't know.
No, honestly, we're getting some really good good sound bites. Like this is really good stuff.
Now I heard you have your own podcast. Are you just coming on here to sabotage ours?
Yeah, I can't do it right off the bat, so I have to build your trust, and then I have the banner that's going to drop down behind me advertising the other one, and I'm going to say "fuck you, cunt," and then get off. But
it's
and as I told you, the plan, I have to change it, obviously. Yeah.
How did that happen with our editing? Damn it, our editing was editing.
Yeah, if you don't see it, it's because it got edited out. So don't let the truth is out there. Find it.
Actually, your podcast is it's super cool. Like I love Naomi and oh gosh, crap,
Cassandra.
Cassandra, yes. Oh yeah, she's a software nerd.
Yeah, she totally is.
And I love it. Like y'all have such a good like dynamic between you all. How did y'all meet?
So interestingly, Cassandra, I don't know. I've been like just like gaming with her at times for like the last 6 months.
You're a gamer?
Wait, what?
A little bit.
We will get more into that later.
That's the after hours.
But that's how I met her, and like because we'd be on like Discord, like playing a game together or whatever, we would chat a bunch during the games, and that was like I was like we were having like actually really, I feel like, high level conversations on a lot of stuff. Like that's how that started with her. And then Naomi, like I've known her for like a couple of years at this point. She was like one of the people who DM'd me pre-transition, that like for info about like transitioning, and like that's how we became friends.
Really?
Cool.
Back then.
So wait, hang on. So this means so it's because Naomi saved me from going to Toby Mayer. So that makes her like my hero, my like trans hero. And then so if you're her trans hero and Mika is your trans hero, it makes like so wait, you're my grand trans hero. Amika, you're my great grand trans hero.
Thank you, Mia.
Oh my
I didn't say the word
god,
hero before. Let's not get it.
Mika!
I'm
Oh
kidding.
my
I'm kidding. I
god.
nothing but respect.
Sorry, I didn't mean to start. But no, she saved me from getting a guy who's gonna just eviscerate my brow. So,
Wait,
but
what? A guy that was gonna eviscerate your brow? Oh.
yeah.
Is that like a sex thing?
Yeah, I thought
No,
I
yeah.
totally thought it was for a second.
No, oh no, yeah. So, well, so
Never mind. I
I
get
was
it.
gonna
I
go
get
with
it.
a doctor out in
throwing it
LA.
I get it. Sorry.
And I messaged her because I knew that she had gone to Champs Braley and was like, "Here's what I'm doing," and she said, "Don't do it. She's like, I know he's available now,
Yeah,
but
no,
that's
he's
because
just he's as OG as he gets when it comes to FFS stuff, and so like he has not adopted his methods over time,
yeah,
as
and he's just
much better
old
methods have
too.
come out that every other surgeon uses. So like,
Well,
yeah, so
and
he only
she
does type
pointed,
I think 1 or type 2. I think only type 1, and you like most people need a type 3.
yeah, that was what I and like what she had pointed me to was she said that like she went to Champs Braley, but she was like, honestly, Jeffrey Jumeli in LA is like she said that for her they were her 1 and 2.
Yeah, no,
And
Jumeli, yeah, same. Like, and
so oh really?
oftentimes I kind of have that same recommendation. Yeah, I think Jumeli
That's
just
awesome.
like consistently puts out really good work from
He's
what I see. I consulted with him initially. I think
he's such
he's
a
got a
sweetheart.
really, yeah, he's a nice doctor for sure.
And he is not hard on the eyes, ladies. And I'll tell you, he is.
So, Alana,
as can
what
be.
is your podcast about? Because I know every podcast has kind of like a niche, and ours is honestly, I don't know. Dexter's Laboratory, parenting, something like that. What's yours?
Yeah.
What's yours about?
Well, okay,
Transparency.
so my co-host Naomi like had Chat GPT spit something out initially, so that's what we put as our description for our show. But this show title is T for T, but like instead of just like the letters, it's TEA, T for TEA, and it's supposed to be like spilling tea and sharing stories, so like getting each other's tea, sort of a thing. That's the gist behind the name. Got that pun to
That's
it, I guess.
cool.
Yeah, that's what it is. And like, I mean, we do a little bit similar stuff, but we try to focus much more on like current events, some trans advocacy stuff, like a lot of the trans issues that are affecting, us in politics and locally and stuff like that. So we go more
stuff.
A lot of times it does get pretty serious. I mean, we have fun on it for sure too, but
well, especially nowadays, like how it's so like in vogue to hate on us. Like it's
I
don't know. I feel like there's so many people out there who are like, when I came out, they were like, "Oh, is that just like the trend thing to do now?" I'm like, you realize like I almost killed myself when I was a teenager,
I know,
like because I couldn't be this person.
It's the craziest fucking thing that gets under my nerves is that like not only do people essentially take our narratives for us, but they invoke exactly what the opposite of what we were by telling our stories, by being like, oh no, you did this because it's trendy or whatever, even though it's like, no, I fucking didn't do this because it was the most untrendy fucking thing in the world.
Yeah, it's like you weren't the thing that drives me nuts is people are like, "Oh, you did this to have more sex, didn't you?" I was like, I have a child. I was married. Like I gave up. One of the things that I said recently.
You gave up guaranteed sex.
Yeah. Actually no. It was
never guaranteed.
Not prying. Sorry.
If it was guaranteed, it was very vanilla.
One of the things. So I jumped on this. So Will Ferrell. I don't know if y'all saw this recently. He had his friend came out as trans recently, and they did a nationwide tour, and they released it. And I think it was Vanity or Variety or something did a post about it. And I went on the Instagram post, and it was just people going
bunch of fucking
down the aisle,
troglodytes
like,
being
"Oh, Will
shitty.
Ferrell, I like." Yeah, but it's people being just mean. And they were like, oh, trans people are doing this because this and this and this. And I posted on there and I was like, first off, I want you all to realize that, like, whatever you say is not going to affect me. I like me because of who I am. But also, I want you to think about the fact that, like, your negative comments are causing some kid who's some teenage kid to sit around and hurt themselves because they're not able to come out and be themselves because they see your angry word.
You're
and
totally
they stay in a closet.
Yeah, you're totally correct about that. But in their head, they have somehow reframed that as like, no, you're the enemy, and we're, especially because of how it's been, you know, put to them by their media, that essentially we're the ones harming children and stuff. That now
we're indoctrinating them.
They're saving kids against trans ideology or whatever bullshit. Kids are not allowed to know that trans people exist. That's the ideology that they'll get inducted into if they know that mere knowledge.
Yeah.
The thing that I've tried to appeal to their, like, inner humanity, and I was like, look, when I was a teenager, I hurt myself a bunch. I had the scars to prove it, and I was like, look, I came out of it and I didn't hurt myself. If you're unhappy that I didn't kill myself, then, like, maybe that's a different issue that you need to resolve. But, like, I'm really happy, and if you can't be happy for me, I'm really sorry for you. But this is not a decision. If you think it is, try it yourself. You think this is a choice? Like, if you think trans is a choice, try it then. Just choose it.
I think you may have lost them at the word realize. I don't think they know what that means.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like,
no,
everybody thinks we choose
like, have them. I know, and they're like you get special privileges and think that we're like this class that I don't know, all liberals want to go protect with baby gloves at all time, when it's like that farthest from that. But like, I would love for them to go out, even just dressed as the opposite fucking gender for one fucking day, you know?
So we have, and I'm sure we have some cis folks who are watching this channel too. And one of the fun things that I've found in the dating apps is I've had a couple of guys who have hit me up because I'm sort of I will date everybody. I'm an equal opportunity dater. I've had guys who've hit me up and I've been like, "Hey, do you want to go get dinner?" And they're like, "I don't know if I'm comfortable. Like, I don't know how people would look at me. I'm not strong enough to be seen with a trans person." And I'm like, you realize I walk out, like, I walk out with a trans person every day because I am one.
Wait, who? I see what you did there.
Yeah, and they treat us like, they're like, I don't know if I'd be comfortable being around that. And like, I have zero empathy for you, ding dong. Like, it's just not. You can't use that as an excuse. Like, say I'm a coward. Say I'm a coward and I'm a chicken, and let's leave it at that. So I digress. Sorry.
Alana, totally what special privileges do we get? Because I haven't found any yet. It's been quite the opposite. TVH.
Actually, you get a free AAA membership if you're trans now.
And Denny's
roadside assistance.
You get the senior discount at Denny's, even if you don't have to be senior for it.
Oh my god!
It's like, oh, you're trans. Your body aged
you're basically
so much already from the hormones.
Okay,
you can't order the sausage breakfast.
Well, so one of the things I will say is that we do get the with insurance. Like, if you get the FFS, people are like, "Oh, you get like your perfect nose and your perfect eyebrows." And it's like, yeah, but I have a penis, and I don't get that like vagina that you have. That's my best feature. Like people are like, "Oh, I can't. Oh, I wish insurance would pay for me to get a new face." And I'm like, yeah, but you realize how much how much pain this comes with. So
I mean, insurance does cover a lot of situations that aren't just trans related. That, you know, even with facial surgery and stuff like that. But I understand, and I think healthcare should be something that is available to everybody, you know. So
absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the good thing I feel like lately is like, even though it's become in vogue to hate us, I feel like most companies have sort of taken on the W path, like, hopefully. And if you're
what do you mean? What companies?
Well, so I know, like, so I used to work for a big bank, up until recently. I worked for a big bank, and there were enough
Bank of
people
Canada.
there that they adopted the WPATH because it was there were just too, like it had they had to. And I feel like most companies are hopeful. Most big companies, Walmart.
So
Or the other one.
the bank had to adopt WPATH standards at your office.
Well, no, WPATH in terms of like just in terms of health insurance. Like they went with
that's
like
what
a health insurance
now I
that
understand.
covered like the
Okay.
yeah
Okay.
they
So some companies I think definitely have gotten insurance policies that sometimes it could be the company telling the insurance company that they have to provide this. Like I think was the case with maybe Starbucks at a time, but I think their insurance stuff got more
actually
complicated recently. But
ironically enough, I think that's how our one of our guests in the past from LA, North Dakota, was able to get surgery.
yeah, that's how a lot of
was
people
through Starbucks.
were able to get surgery at a point because Starbucks was like they had some PR thing about it. I don't know, 5 years ago or something like that, and it kind of became the
I feel like
known place to go
I feel like
to.
most companies are like forward thinking enough where they're like, look, this whole trans hate is gonna pass, and we need to be on the right side of this, and let's cover it. Because I know with me and with all of everything that I've done, the company that I used to work for was very very gung ho. They were just like, yeah, we'll cover it. Or no, their insurance was like, yes, we'll cover it because it's what we do.
Well, there's
hoping...
plenty of insurances that don't still cover that sort of stuff, especially depending on what state you're in. And I'm not as optimistic about necessarily the future because, like, I think if Republicans take back over the presidency and Congress, I think like there's a good chance they'll try to pass laws nationwide banning insurance coverage from including trans stuff. So,
well, I guess so. Okay, so just to completely play devil's advocate, the one thing that I'm cautiously optimistic about is that maybe we're just sort of like this, like kind of a lightning rod that like they use, or like a catalyst for them to like.
We are.
But essentially, once it's sort of like the gay issue. Like I know a bunch of Republican gay, like conservative gay guys who were just like, they were a cudgel for a while, but now because
they were a cudgel
they're not,
for like centuries.
Yeah, and so once it kind of it moved off of them, everybody was like, you know what?
Well,
yeah, screw it, whatever. Like you can.
I don't know. I still think that there's a lot of anti, gay, lesbian, bi sentiment in general that has nothing to do with trans people still, I think a lot of transphobia is rooted in homophobia, and it was only like just last decade that the gay marriage was overturned nationally. So that's like only just recently
absolutely.
I
just
so
my hope, and this is just sort of like this is my southern trash redneck hope, is that once they realize, like if they ever do regain power, which knock on wood, everybody go vote for don't vote for people who would kill us, but if they do end up getting back in power and they realize that they don't need to use us as a cudgel anymore, that they'll stop using us as a cudgel, and they'll be like, you know what?
Well, see, it's only if something else, some other marginalized group, catches their eye, because that's always what they have to fearmonger over. Like trans people right now, where the immigrants are taking our jobs of 2016 of this upcoming presidential election. We are that lightning rod currently, but it's not like immigrants still aren't something that they use as a sort of voting red meat still, and pretend that immigrants are still these horrible people who are taking away American, values every step of the way. So we'll still be villainized,
Isn't it crummy when it's like it's purely like who can we be mad at? And it's like
that's what
come
it is.
on.
That's
like
really what it is. And you can't, it's harder to be mad at people that you are familiar with, like so you have to point at things that prey on the fact that people again are very apprehensive about things they don't know, and then it's preying into that apprehension times 10.
And one of the things, and sorry for like just this has released a diatribe inside of me. I apologize, ladies. But one of the things that I've realized,
you might want to go to the bathroom for that. Get that diatribe out of there.
But like one of the things that I've realized is that in this tiny town, a lot of people have not experienced a trans person, and so I might be their first trans experience.
Yeah, that's true.
And so like what I've sort of adapted my personality to being okay with that. Like when somebody comes up to me and they call me Daniel, or they say, or I say, hi, I'm Danielle. If you get my order, and they're like, hey, here's your order, Daniel, and I'm like, that's okay.
So but okay, just because we touched on this before, is that person somebody that knew you pre-transition? Out of curiosity.
No, it's somebody who doesn't realize that that they don't see the intricacies. They see gender as a binary. It's either this or that. It's either Daniel or Danielle.
Because like visually, I'm just trying to say, not that this should ever be a criteria for anything, and I don't think passing is necessary, but like you physically, I don't think you look clockable. Like, so
the way I carry myself when I walk, I'm a hunched over nerd. So when I walk in somewhere and I'm all of 6 feet tall and looking just like I'm gonna fight the next person who talks to me,
fair enough.
Just this a litany of reasons that I look like a dude. 37 years of being one. But like, I don't know. I realized that like there's a lot of people who don't ever experience a trans person, and so I may be their first. And so, but if they have a really negative experience with me, if they say sir, and I go,
and you go, it's
you
ma'am.
might well kill yourself. And I jump down their throat. Then like they're gonna be like, wow, 100% of my trans experiences have been super negative,
and you will become a meme. Yeah. So don't do that.
Maybe I hate these people because they're like 100% of the people, the trans women that I've met, have been jerks. Not jerks, but very passionate about gender identification.
That's true, and I think sadly because of people, especially people that haven't had, like you said, experience meeting other trans people, their views or their preconceptions of trans people is of what other people tell them, and right now a lot of that stuff that they hear can be very negative. Totally. So I find, as the trans person who ultimately hopes to have respect and acceptance, that like when it comes to just people with that mindset in general, that you kind of have to go out of your way to use baby gloves around them that they would not be adapt to using with you. Like they're, because people have that mindset, like you said, like fuck this shit, like I'll call you this or that, I don't care about pronouns yet. Like people with that mindset, like you're not you can't be that aggressive toward them as they are toward you. You have to be the one always, being like, thanks for saying fuck me, but hold on one second.
We had a person on a while ago, and sorry for talking so much. But like we had a guest on who was out in LA, and she had somebody come up to her and say like start listing off guy names in front of me, like, hey, are you Michael? Hey, are you Don? Hey, are you Doug? And like she was just like, no, that's not my name. That's not my name. But they were just trying to goad her into like saying into anger. And I was like, I was like, in my neck of the woods, that would give you a 5-fingered facial reconstruction. Like you get a free FFS because
wait, you're saying if somebody who would give the punch, you or somebody else?
It's like if they came up to me and started just listing like intentionally calling me a guy and being
so
like
if they're being
in my face,
like actually just like a dick to you for no reason about trans stuff,
like,
then you would.
I would rearrange their face, and but we realized that's what they want because they're
they
gonna
want a new face.
Well, no, they want a trans girl to assault them.
I know
because they want that time of trans woman assaults man as he leaves church, and they're gonna find
just
some
don't do it at
caveat.
Church, Danny. Just
but
wait until they're out of the fucking church.
But they're gonna find some sort of caveat to add to the title to be like, oh, this trans woman was just she was walking down the street looking for a fight, and this person came out and accidentally called the wrong gender and got punched in the nose, and it's like,
you probably shouldn't do that in general.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of people who you have to treat them with kid gloves because
totally
they, even if they're trying to do it out of malice, just for me personally, I like myself, and if you don't like me, it sucks to be you because I'm great. So,
I feel it's a good
okay, ladies, let's take
it
it back a notch. Alana, I want to learn a little bit more about you, if you don't mind.
About me? Why?
Hang on. Is it that time? Is it time?
Is it that time?
Time for
That's not what I was leading towards. I was actually going to ask a question.
Damn. Okay.
It's actually a trans question. Here's an actual trans question.
Yeah.
What have you had done since coming out as trans? Have you done HRT? Have you done operations?
No, I just put on a dress and a wig and makeup, and that's it. And this is me.
Very impressive.
No, that's what every transphobe thinks a trans person is. They're like, take off the fucking wig. And I'm like, fucking wig are you talking about, bitch? Like, why would I buy a wig that is like this frizzy? Like, who does that?
So I want to put a pin in that because I want to ask you a question about that later on. You mentioned something about drag, and I want to talk about it. But anyways, go ahead, Mika. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I totally sidetracked from your question. It was about what have I had done.
Yeah, what have you had done? Operations, HRT.
Yeah, I've been on HRT for like 5.5 years at this point, and that should save my life for sure.
Yeah.
And I've had a FFS.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Have you had anything anywhere?
And I've had my boobs done.
You had your boobs done? Your boobies?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was my question. Thank you for answering.
Next. No problem.
Okay, so real quick, I just want to dive into this real quick, just because like this is something that it's kind of been on my mind a lot.
What's on your mind, Danny? Drag is on your mind.
Well, so drag, because drag is part of Pride. There's a lot of drag in Pride, and the one thing that drives me, so I have a unpopular opinion about drag, is that like I feel like it gives people an unrealistic expectation of trans.
Well, I agree, but that's not. I don't think the onus isn't on drag; it's on people that just falsely equivocate.
Absolutely.
Being trans
absolutely. But the thing that is, I feel like the more that drag becomes ubiquitous and and well known, people are like, oh, do you see Bob? Bob used to go put a wig on, and Bob would do his dance as, Lady Penelope, and then Bob took it off. Danny, why can't you take it off and be David again? And it's like,
people
not the same.
Again, they really do think just being trans is an aesthetic state similar to drag. They don't understand that hormones actually affect you on like a molecular level and have drastic biological changes, especially as it relates to dimorphism. Like they don't get that. Aren't interested in getting that. They just want to think of us as a dude with a wig and a dress. That's it. then there's nothing that will ever make them change that mindset.
And that's kind of what drag. I feel like the hard part is, and the hard part for me to be like supportive of people who do drag, is I realize that like it's kind of like the more crazy that drag gets, the because I've seen drag queens who like go, they have lights and they have like frilly everything, and it's like,
God, not the lights.
Well, no, but like it's just like it just makes somebody who sees that first, it's basically that person, that's just one more person who's going to see me and be like,
yeah,
hey,
but again, I would just say, I understand that, but that's the person drawing a false parallel because of their own ignorance. And so I wouldn't hold the onus on drag where you think where you have the mindset of like
a lot of fancy words, and that intimidates me.
I'm sorry,
Same.
I don't know. I have to stare at a thesaurus for my job sometimes. They whip me until they're like, I got it. This is, the fifth word I memorized of the same fucking word. Okay. I work at an outstanding company, by the way, so I take that back. Strike that from the record. Not like my back was. No, why am I saying this is the worst thing I talk about?
No,
strike all that from the fucking that part. My God.
I think there's just something in there that like, for me personally, especially coming from a small town where like a majority of the people who have been to like it's a lot more. People are a lot more the probability of somebody coming across a drag brunch versus coming across a trans person is a lot
trans
higher.
Brunch.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, they will have brunch next to trans people and not know it. So that probably happens a lot more than drag brunch, I would say.
But the thing is that the news will cover a drag show. And
yes, but they do that
this
intentionally because they know because drag is over the top and exaggerated. It's like a circus clown as a sort of art expression. It's camp, it's theater, it's supposed to be that way. But imagine like taking a circus clown and like putting that up as like a poster child for like every person in the world who also maybe ever put on makeup or something like that. Like what like they're drawing a parallel that isn't there because they know that they can make that parallel as a very noticeable negative just based on the over the topness.
The one thing
already weirded out by it.
I guess it's
like
also
drag queens. Drag queens are cool.
No, drag queens are cool.
I would love to do drag. Actually, if anyone lives in the LA area and you listen to this podcast, if you do drag, I would love a drag makeover.
Definitely
hit me
find drag queens in the LA area. That's
okay.
Sure.
So one of the things that I will say is like this is kind of, I guess, maybe an apt analogy, is like snakes. And this is going to sound really shitty, and I'm sorry about this analogy, but like a lot of snakes are good and will leave you alone, but like you have one or two snakes that will bite you.
Was it red before yellow?
Oh,
Tender
red
fellow,
yellow,
some shit. I don't know.
Yellow before red. You're okay.
You're dead.
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
But like,
I have very opposite snakes for handling.
But there's like, because snakes are because you don't like, you have one will get you. You don't trust any of them, and so
that's true.
And so when they see us, they're like, you know what? Maybe that's a bad one, and don't trust any of them. Yeah,
but that's fucking them being prejudiced. Like that's what prejudice is,
I guess, but I mean, I guess the hard part is like how do we approach that other than just?
I mean, you can educate people on that, but I don't think being like, hey, I'm not like those freaks over there. Like I don't think that's the. Because like that's what they want to make that connection to.
Yeah,
and
the other.
That's their just fucking prejudice against things that are different, and they can't compartmentalize it. And I think, yes, being like a binary trans person, you probably have more chances of maybe acceptance by some people like that, because if they feel like, okay, well, you don't stick out like a sore thumb, then I won't hold it against you the same way.
Hey, I'd have sex with you. Like
that will play into it as well. I don't like that I'm railing you right now, but I will. God damn it.
Hey, by the way, don't tell my pastor about this.
Yeah. Yes, but a lot of people are fucking prejudiced, and so I would hope that educating people not to just be shitty people and think negatively of people that they don't get. But it's like, it just, human nature sucks, honestly. Like, we don't hold so many other groups as a monolith the way that we do marginalized people, you know? Like, you can fucking look up like stories in the news every day about like cis men, cis women doing bad, horrible shit. Like, you know,
you go to Florida and it's like, good Lord.
and nobody like makes sure to like post that on a libs of TikTok style thing to be like, look at what all the cis men or all the cis women are doing. But like with trans people, they'll find like some random. So it's like, we have to, in a world of 8 billion people, we have to be not just like on our behavior about ourselves, but we have to be making sure no other trans person ever fucking slips up, because we will all get blamed for it.
Well,
and that's,
and
we don't do that
if
to anybody
one
else.
does, we need to like counterbalance. Like if a trans person is super aggressive, we need to. Oh, okay. You call me Danny the tranny. That's fine. That's fine. You're so cute. That's funny. You're so creative. Yeah.
Hopefully,
we need
more
to like apologistic. Like, it's crazy.
We do need, I think, more outspoken allies. And I think a lot of like open prejudice in many facets has rightly been you know, called out and looked down on. You know, like racism will get called out as it should be. A lot of like religious hatred will get called out as it should be. But with trans people, there's not ever that sort of conviction of the media or anybody really, unless you're trans, to be like, hey, that's kind of not okay to just constantly be openly prejudiced and pretending that trans people are like, you know, criminals and should be criminalized. And but we wouldn't do that for anything else, you know, like that, and except for marginalized people when you can.
Yeah, it's you can always get out of the muck if you step on somebody, and it's like like for anybody out there who's listening to this, like maybe lift everybody up, and like either, I mean, we're all in this shit anyway, so like you're gonna be in it no matter what. So
this is a very serious episode, ladies.
Yeah. Sorry, I did not mean to bring my fucking tone,
but you know what?
from my show onto your show.
It's time for the Mika Minute!
No, wait, no, so no. Oh, it's time for the Mika Minute?
It is time.
It's time for the Mika Minute, okay?
All right, so
Jesus Christ. Get on board.
All right, keep it much lighter then. Sorry, lighten this shit back up.
Yes. So we do talk about a lot of trans stuff on this episode, and I think it gets Starfest. So I'd like to change it up and ask some more personal, fun questions, kind of rapid fire. So feel free to answer these as long as as short as you like. I only have 3 questions. Are you ready for the Mika Minute?
So excited. Okay. Can't you tell?
First question. If money was no object, what would your ideal dream vacation be?
My ideal dream vacation, probably like some exotic island where like you're stationed, like your place is like hovering above the water, kind of. I don't know if you've seen that shit on like, yeah, something like that. And then you have like your whole like house is like glass walls that you can see out of the entire time, and like you have,
it'd be fun to have
people can see in. They can
and
see
underneath like the floor is just like a giant shark tank like underneath.
Oh,
but that would be I would like to go, not like not just like Shark Tank, but like just a giant aquarium that you get to just look at a whale swim. It's not probably good to start a whale in there. But
actually, I like whales. Whales are one of my biggest fears.
Would this be you're above an aquarium, or you're above like the ocean, like where like it's just like random life, or like this is like?
I feel like I've seen like weird Instagram reels for places like this. I feel like they exist, but maybe it's all AI. Who knows?
That'd be awesome. Actually, to be like an aquarium where it's like
right there.
Yeah.
You just have like an aquarium hotel.
That would
be
have our
next
cool
business idea, ladies.
That would be, yeah. Good luck getting the venture capitalist money for that one, though.
These next 2 questions are for everyone, okay? But Alana, we'll let you answer first. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. I'm proud of this question. If the movie The Purge took place in real life, what would be your game plan for the night of the purge?
Oh, I would I would hide. I would just find like some weird patch in the woods and just like
You would hide it out?
Yeah, bury me for like 2 feet under with just like my nose poking out and just stay there for the entire duration. Nobody's fucking finding you. You're good. Like the people that are constantly just like running through the streets. That's the dumbest shit ever. Like, don't do that. Like, we're gonna head away from our rural town into the big city and then go through the streets.
Well,
safest path.
Yeah, have you ever?
I would hit up a GameStop, steal everything, and then try to make it back home alive.
Okay, I mean that's fucking. Like, dude, you're going all out for a fucking game. But... wow.
I don't know. I feel like, have you all ever played paintball?
Yes.
Real bullets from the Purge will feel a little different. Yeah.
Well, but but even with paintball, like
only red paint.
You see people like cower. Like, I remember playing paintball and being fucking terrified.
Well, yeah, you don't need a fucking paintball in your eye.
Can you imagine like being terrified of getting killed? I would just. I think if you were to institute a purge thing, everybody, like, unless you have a serious grudge against somebody, everybody would stay in their house. You'd be like, no.
I think there would be a lot of people. Well, one, a lot of people have serious grudges, and 2, I think a lot of people like are wanting that sort of anarchist situation to take advantage of. Even if it's like
putting yourself out there of like somebody else may just like take it on take it on themselves to kill me. Like, I don't know. I'd be so scared that like somebody'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna kill a person. I'm gonna kill that.
Well, that's why the movies probably aren't wrong when they cast those like 6'5" like really buff dudes that are like the guys that are like trolling the streets looking to kill people with
they're like the murder machines,
sleeveless shirts. Yeah, they're out there because like nobody can fucking take me.
And by the way, just a few towns over from Compton and Watts, I fear for bullets every day. So if the purge was real, I would live it up, baby. I would take full advantage. I would go after Mr. Jacobs from 3rd grade. He was an asshole.
Oh, wow. Mr. Damn. That's... You know, I had a 5th grade teacher hit me up on Instagram like a year ago. And it's very odd because like he once had my mom have a parent teacher conference with him and me because I called a kid a pussy for picking up a soccer ball.
Wait, was it the goalie?
No, it wasn't the goalie. No, that's why I would have gone off. It was the goalie. Yeah, no.
Was it out of bounds?
Football, pussy.
Like, no, that's a foul.
In my mom's defense, she had my back because she was like, I think the word was supposed to be wussy. And I'm like, yeah, that's it, Mom.
Kids don't say that.
But anyway, that teacher, he like hit me up a year ago. It was a little
Wait, was he trying to smash or what?
No, I don't think so. No, he was trying to get me to help him with a video project he's doing or something like that.
Video project.
Make it Bree. No.
Yeah, I am not implying that at all. I don't think
probably really is probably very proud of Alana.
I can tell those thinly veiled attempts. I feel like I know the difference.
Untitled video project.
No, come on.
At least 3 wardrobe changes.
What would be your game plan for the purge, Bree?
I would probably. I'm pretty high up on a hill, so I would probably just camp out up here. I've got a pretty good vantage point, and I've got a long rifle in my closet.
I thought you were gonna say jacket. But
yeah, you would have to put out that fireplace behind you. You don't want to, visual.
Yeah, right.
Where you live,
exactly.
Throw the smoke out.
No, I'd probably just I take the sniper approach. Watch from a distance because I can see it.
Now, would you attack people or just for defense?
Only if they're coming.
Okay. Would you take out your neighbor's cat that poops in your grass all the time?
The first purge is somebody like if you screwed somebody over, they're coming for you. And it's like, you know what? The first purge that's the one you got to find out. Like if somebody's coming for you.
I
haven't lived here long enough.
My ex-wife would come right after me. I bet if the purge was real.
Oh, wow.
You know, actually, I would go and I'd go defend my daughter.
Nice.
Well, I got mine 10 feet from me, so I just.
I would go. I would make sure that no, I'm going over there because anybody who, if somebody has a grudge with my ex-wife and my daughter's there, I'm defending her. So
nice.
So just go get her and then bring her back to your place.
The question.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I would take out my neighbor's cat who poops on my grass all the time.
Hey, Mika, that's fertilizer. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Okay, next
Number
question.
3.
I hate to fucking talk about politics again, but this is another question I had.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ladies, you can also answer this. Alana, if you were running for president of the United States, the Estados Unidos, what would be your presidential election slogan? For example, Trump was "Make America Great Again." Mine is "Michaela 2024, bring in sexy back." Yeah. What would yours be?
Mine would be free boob jobs for everyone. No, kidding.
Even if you don't want it.
Yeah, they're mandatory.
You have to deal with these in your life.
The mandatory sex changes you all were fear-mongering over, they're happening.
Everyone has to be a different one.
I don't know. Just stop being fucking dicks would be my slogan. Yeah. Everybody chill the fuck out.
2024, suck it.
Danny, Bree, do you have one?
I mean, it'd be like, hey, everybody be cool. Like, hey, weed is legal. Everything else, we'll talk about it. But, everybody just stop being dicks. I guess that's kind of been my general mantra is just don't be a dick.
Danny, for 2024 president,
steal my fucking
don't
slogan.
be a dick.
Well, no, wait, Alana, you need a VP?
Okay, then sure, you can ride on my ticket.
All right, high five. Alana, I will ride your ticket. Oh, wait, this is after hours? Ugh.
What about you, Bree? You have a slogan?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, you really did that for that reason. I thought that was your after hours cue music.
No. That's music that Mika plays whenever Danny hits on the guest, which is apparently a lot. So
almost every episode.
It's enough to have its own button on the soundboard.
Sorry, Alana.
It's okay. Now that she said almost every episode, I would have felt insulted as fuck if you didn't. So,
well, Alana, you are very attractive. So, anyways,
oh my god.
There we go.
Thank you.
Can't wait to be out California.
You're so nice.
What about you, Bree?
I feel like that question was 25 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
It's whatever. Brondo. It has electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
Oh, all right.
It's from Idiocracy.
And that has been the Mika Minute.
You survived. Good job.
Yes, that was a Mika 7.5 minutes.
That is
I
the
think.
Mika Minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if we're into this section of the interview, then I guess I should probably ask my favorite question, which is Alana.
Favorite position.
What
Top or
would
bottom?
you say your
Innie or outie? Sloppy or dry?
We're gonna leave all. I'm gonna leave all this in, so everyone who's listening can hear all of it.
Local or
totally okay.
Anyways, Alana, what would you say your transition theme song is?
Maybe you know that Kelly Clarkson song "Catch My Breath."
Oh, she has asthma?
She has asthma, and I also have asthma, and I was like, I relate to her. Not about transitioning. It's my transition song.
Wait, does she really have...
No, I don't think that has anything to do with that. But essentially, it's like you've always been running from something that you like. I don't know. I related to it at a time. I don't know. Yeah.
Nice. Can you sing it for us? Most of our guests do.
Is that a song that like
I can't even remember how it properly goes. Not that I'm against singing random things on.
Well, but what was it a song that like what was it about that song that like made you like?
Okay, I'm gonna have to like look up the lyrics or something because like.
So for, like just to get like while you do that, like just to give you an idea. So my transition theme song is Mr. Wives' Super Bloom, because the lyrics are like, I never thought that I would make it, but I came out the other side, and here's where I super bloom. And it's like, this is me, like.
Okay, then I'm gonna do also a poetry slam right back at you. This is the lyrics for Catch My Breath. I don't want to be left behind. Distance was a friend of mine, catching my breath in a web of lies. I've spent most of my life riding waves, playing acrobat, shadow boxing the other half, learning how to react. I've spent most of my time catching my breath, letting it go, turning my cheek for the sake of the show. Now that you know this is my life, I won't be told what's supposed to be right. So if you can't pick it up from that.
That was beautiful. You wrote that?
I wrote it. I wrote it when I was 6 years old.
Wow.
And then I got songwriting credits by Kelly Clarkson.
Wow.
It's paying me for all of my residuals. Like, I just pays for my life. Wow. I mean, like, I didn't know a way to put that in there that didn't seem like I was not humble. So, like, I'm glad that you picked up on it.
No, I mean, but everybody needs that song that's like, it's way too over the top, but it also like,
yes,
you know, it's your power song. It's your song that gives you like that, like, okay, this song is, yeah, maybe my transition wasn't as like, you know, inspiring as this song is, but this song inspires me. So
I liked your song, Alana. Now I'm embarrassed for the song I picked.
Which was
wait. Is it Holla Back, y'all?
No, it was Nicki Minaj's Anaconda.
Oh, okay.
No, Mika's song is Dude Looks Like a Lady by
Is what?
Yeah, but I say that on every episode, so I wanted to change it up.
What is that normally?
Dude Looks Like a Lady.
Oh, okay. Well, Aerosmith is legit.
Oh no! Wait! Because recently it was something different. That was I can't remember what year
was it. Baby Got Back?
Yeah, More Than a Woman. Literally,
I want a short man.
Oh God.
But yeah. So okay. So but yeah. So Kelly Clarkson's it just like spoke to you.
That
has
song
it been
spoke
something
to
that
me.
like have you gone back to that song like since your transition? Like, when did you realize that was your transition song? Has it been like your whole transition song, or?
Well, I've had multiple. One that was kind of important to me at a time was remember that Ariana Grande song? Shit, it's not called Shit. Fuck. No Tears Left to Cry.
Never heard of any of these songs.
No Tears Left to Cry. You remember that song? No Tears Left to Cry.
No, but
okay.
No, but I don't know if I want to. Oh no.
Okay. Well, anyway,
it sounds like something I would probably get.
Well, I related to that song a bit when it first came out because it's just, you know, like you've cried them all out. But like my Instagram handle for the longest time was No Tears Left anymore. I think that's I don't remember exactly what it was, but like that was my Instagram handle for like 2+ years, and everybody always thought that it was for like a very you know, depressive reason, and I was like, no, I just because I like that fucking Ariana Grande song.
Yeah,
that was it.
That was your Instagram when I started following you.
Right? And you're probably like, what a fucking emo bitch. Get it together.
Debbie Downer is this?
Yeah.
It's hot. So
yeah.
Can I change my transition theme song?
No.
No, you're stuck with the decisions you made. Now you must detransition.
I really want to change it to.
Mickey, you got to go back the other way.
I want to change mine to Hannah Montana's Best of Both Worlds.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't even know that was a Hannah Montana song.
Penis,
but...
right?
Well, actually, real quick, I do have another question, but Bree, yours is
6 inches.
Oh,
I
come
knew
on.
it. I can tell by the way you walk.
No,
You have a weird lean every third step.
Okay, sure. So this kind of works like the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. If you wanted to see anyone come on this show, who would you call out to be on this show?
Oh, that question. Oh, your question. I think Ming Dong. I was going to
anybody to come on that show.
Obama.
Oh,
do you know Obama?
Yeah, it's Obama.
Call it Cassandra. Call it Cassandra.
Yeah, Cassandra. Cassandra is she's like super smart. That's why I have her on the show, because it allows me to say a lot of dumb shit, and then she can.
Well, the hard part is
nope.
if we get Cassandra on, she and I are going to just nerd out.
Yeah, it's true. I can already see Mika being like, "Oh, God damn it! Why do we? What am I doing? Okay, you don't lean like that unless you're like, fuck this shit."
You want to know how many digits there are in binary? Oh my God, 2. But yeah. So is there anybody else?
You couldn't leave that in, like that part of you couldn't leave that in the ether. You had to answer it.
Yeah,
it's 2. It's 2. God damn it! It's 2.
Is there anybody that you think would that you would really like think would do well with us in terms of an interview?
Naomi, I think you'd have a lot of fun with. I know she's coming on already, but
yeah, so you can't pick that.
She'll be a lot of fun. She keeps
Naomi?
me she keeps me fun, because like I can get dry and into a bunch of serious shit, and she keeps me like from going too far down the weeds in that regard.
Yeah, she's fun. We're
gonna have her on here.
Yeah, she's
already scheduled.
Oh wow.
We need to get
you ladies book a lot of people.
Actually,
that's awesome.
We need to get all 3 at the same time too, just to kind of like have like a, because I mean we're all doing the same. We're all helping this community. Hopefully, well,
Hopefully.
I don't want to say too much, but I feel like we're all like providing a voice to a community that needs a voice. So I love this, and I think this is fantastic.
So do we get everybody on and have a dick measuring contest?
No, because I'd lose because mine's crooked.
Now your podcast is called T for T, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Did you know I was writing a sitcom starring 2 trans roommates that I called Spill the Tea?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, true story.
Interesting. I knew that, and I stole it from you, but like you can't see me because I didn't acknowledge it on tape. Oh fuck.
Hey, production crew's gonna cut that. So
okay, good.
Okay, so Alana, one of the things
not permissible in a court of law.
So Alana, one of the things I do like to ask is we have a lot of people.
I'm still high a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm like taking your show in weird directions.
You were fantastic. One things I like to ask people who come on who've been on hormones for a while is what kind of advice would you give to somebody who's a new egg crack who wants to get to where you are? Like you're 5 years in. Like, is there anything that you would, any advice you'd give, any pitfalls you'd avoid?
Normally I would say don't smoke crack, but that's what you said, right?
But like anything that like is there anything that really like that drug you down or brought you up that you would tell these people? Any advice that you could give
the biggest thing I always say when people ask for transitioning advice is just be fucking patient. And like even when you're thinking you're being patient, like you gotta tone that down by like 2 years. Like it's a fucking process, and it's like I know it can get like very exhilarating off the bat because you're looking like from a daily basis to then a weekly basis to then like a monthly basis of like checking all your fucking changes in the mirror and seeing how you're developing it. But that stuff slows down like around the year mark, and you'll still get changes over the next few years, but it's not like as markedly a way that you can measure it. And so I think it's very easy to fall prey to the mindset of just like nothing's happening, and I'm just going to be stuck like this forever sort of thing. It took me like a while before I like a couple of years into my transition before I passed, and like I like hear myself backward, but it's okay.
Well, I guess one of the things that like I also realized that because you said that you found you looked up to Mika, and then like people looked up to you, and I feel like one of the big things is to find friends. Like
that's
I feel like we've
big.
all
Yeah. Finding other
found
people that you
friends.
can both lean on when you need it, because you'll lose potentially a lot of people like that. And then, am I cutting out again? I feel like I saw all you freeze on my end. Sorry.
It's back in now, I think.
And
But
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, like one of the big things for me is to find people who you're not competing with, but like you can celebrate each other, and like I found friends who I'm like who I'm when they're happy, I'm happy, and
Totally.
when they like who it's not a competition. And
having a sense of community in this community I think goes a long way.
Yeah.
Like there are a number of people that I turn to at times just when I need to like confide in about something that I know they can relate to, or share an experience that I know only they can again relate to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it. This has been an amazing episode. Oh wow. I love it.
Hopefully, I feel like we went off on weird tangents that didn't really probably accomplish whatever you wanted this conversation to be.
You have no, like usually it's usually our tangents are much weirder. Anyways,
I feel like I let Mika down because I feel like she wanted weird tangents. We were stuck talking about like serious shit.
Did. She did. We kept
Sorry.
her.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Mika's our little lion, and we feed her intermittently.
Keeps her that edge.
Here's the thing I feel about our podcast. I feel like other podcasts, especially like trans stuff, I've listened to a few of them. They're always on the trans topic, and they're always so serious. I want to just lighten it up a little bit, kind of like my Instagram.
I understand that, and I agree that there is definitely
I think we just like to have fun with it. I think, but it is important to touch on the serious stuff every now and then. So,
yes, I think it's definitely important to have.
There may have been a bit of.
Agreed.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
Did I just jump out again?
I think it's good to have.
Sorry.
It went out for a little bit, but yeah, I think it's definitely good to have like a bit of seriousness mixed with like some silliness. So that's kind of what we're trying to do, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why we have Mika here.
I really don't take myself too seriously. I just like to have fun with life,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can definitely see that.
and then we can then we'll jump into some after hours if you want to.
Yeah, let me just when we go to that part, just confirm with because my wife was like trying to come in here a second ago, and just want to make sure that she
Well, let's
talk in this area.
What we'll do is we can just end the regular series. So hey everybody. So thanks for listening to Girl Dad Girls podcast. Please stay tuned to the after hours on Patreon. If you're a subscriber, thank you for being a subscriber. If you're not, please check out the Patreon. For Girl Dad Girls, I am that QT Danny B. We have
Michaela Garcia,
Saint Marie,
and our amazing guest Alana. Alana, please, how do people find you on the internet?
My Instagram is alana.bahama, and has links to like other stuff like our podcast. Sorry.
Yeah, actually,
but that
how do you find
using our platform to promote yourself?
So sorry.
Jesus.
No. Actually,
so tasteless of me. I'm sorry.
Alana, please. How do you find your podcast?
Well, if somebody clicks, I mean, you can search for T for T on. I'm
gonna put our production crew can put big links to it. So, how do you find it?
How do you spell T for T?
TEA.
Okay, so we're gonna put big links on it.
TEA.
Oh, like tea, like drinking tea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's what
So it's just like a podcast about like Earl Grey and like
That's all it
morning
is.
breakfast.
Ooh,
Yep.
passion fruit
And
is great tea.
Yeah, I
passion
drink
fruit.
only like a couple. Yeah, like I drink like peach herbal tea, so I'm not that interesting as a person to talk about tea for an hour. It's really weird.
Fucking viscous is where it's at.
That's a good stuff.
Passion fruit, no caffeine. Get it, girl. Anyways, I digress. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching the Girl That Girls podcast, and hopefully you've enjoyed this episode and you want to subscribe to our Patreon. If not, bye.
Bye.
But anyways, we'll see you next week. And Alana, thank you so much for coming on. And
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming and bringing your fabulous hair with you.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, thank you. I feel like it doesn't look that fabo right now though, but make do.
Well,
don't fucking roll your eyes, goddammit, it, Mika. I saw that.
We'll see everybody in the after hours. Anyways, bye.
This has been a production of Girl Dad Girls Podcast. Check out new episodes every Thursday. If you are interested in knowing more, please email info@girldadgirls.com or find us on Instagram @girldadgirls. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.